Welcome to Sema Spokes. Welcome to Sema Spokes. Here from the Spokes Media Center at Harambee House Annex. And today we have many guests from different universities because they want to hear what we have under the Higher Education Laws Board. But before we get into that, let's see what we have from the government today. President William Ruto launched the Makupa Modern Market and Affordable Housing projects in Mombasa as part of the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda aimed at improving livelihoods, creating jobs, and expanding access to decent housing. The president said the projects are part of the government's broader plan to spur economic development for small-scale traders and enhance urban development. He also launched the last-mile connectivity project in Mariakani in Kilifi County as part of better deliverables aimed at expanding electricity across and improving livelihoods. The National Treasury has clarified that the proposed 20% excise duty on mobile phones is not a new tax, but a move to simplify the current taxation structure and reduce multiple levies on phones. It also stated that the Finance Bill 2026 does not introduce a 5% withholding tax on digital content monetization, contrary to reports circulating in sections of the social media. This is misinformation, disinformation. Hiyo ni fake news. Treasury further said the bill seeks to improve clarity on digital payment taxes and introduce reporting requirements for virtual assets transaction as part of strengthening tax administration. The National Assembly, on the other part, has dismissed as false claims circulating online that the Finance Bill 2026 contains provisions on land or proposes annual land rent on freehold land. In an explainer, the Parliament clarifies that the bill has no clauses on land matters and urged Kenyans to disregard misinformation that is circulating online. In fact, this morning, very early in the morning at 4 a.m., we are having that conversation with the clerk of the National Assembly because there's a lot that people are talking about here that is false. The National Transport and Safety Authority has announced the rollout of the Electronic Motor Vehicle Registration Certificate, e-logbook, starting from 10th of June 2026 through the e-citizen platform. So please, you have to get your e-logbook. The digital system will replace paper logbooks to enhance efficiency. So there's no other time that you are going to have your paper logbook there. The security also and efficiency will lead to greater transparency and faster service delivery in vehicle registration and ownership transaction. The NTSA will also conduct virtual sensitization sessions for stakeholders and the public ahead of the rollout. That is what we have for today. Now let's turn to our guest for today, none other than the CEO of the Higher Education Laws Board. Utapata loan yako namna gani? Tupiga makofi tukikaribisha. See you.
Thank you.
Hey, wewe ni mrefu sana bwana. You are Mr. Tolman.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so
Karibu
much.
sana CEO.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hapa ni Sema Spokesbonga na Gava.
Asante sana.
And we'll go straight to asking you, sir. Tell us who you are, where you come from, and ulisomea wapi? Unajua ni vizuri tukujue vizuri.
Yeah, asante sana. Thank you very much for having me here. And I want to say greetings to my colleagues who are here as we begin this discussion.
Kwanza ulisomea university gani?
Jomo Kenyatta.
JKUAT?
Yes.
JKUAT hoye. Ama kuna watu wa JKUAT hapa?
Yes. So I went to primary school here in Nairobi, Kongoni Primary School.
Kwa hivyo wewe ni Bontao?
Yes.
Okay.
Mimi ni Bontao.
Upande gani hii? Ni mtaa gani?
South B.
Okay. Wewe unakaa kama ni sonko sana.
South B. Huko ndio nilisomea Kongoni kwa South C, nilikuwa napiga mguu mpaka South C kila siku.
Okay.
Alafu narudi jioni mpaka South B.
Wow. Baada ya primary ukaenda secondary wapi?
South B Highway Secondary School.
That's a very famous school. Kuna wakati hata ilikuwa inaongoza nationally.
Yes.
Very good, very good. Yes. Then after highway?
Jomo Kenyatta. Alafu
ulisomea nini uko JKUAT?
Bachelor of Commerce.
So wewe ni mtu wa finance, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
After that ndio nikaingia HELB. Nikaanza kazi, nikaendelea kazi kidogo.
So HELB was your first employer?
Yes, HELB was my first employer.
Wow, that's very nice.
On 4th of February 1997.
1997?
Yes.
So you've been working in HELB for how long?
No, I worked for HELB until the year 2020. I left and then I went to work for Universities Fund.
Okay.
Then I came back to HELB in March 2025.
As the CEO?
Yes.
Wow, makofi hapo. That's very, very good. So basically, that means you are a real expert on higher education.
Yes, I've done it all my life. Yes.
So what has been your motivation to rise to the point that at the Universities Fund, were you also at the CEO level or?
Yes, I went there to begin the Universities Fund.
So you are the founder?
I was the founder CEO of Universities Fund.
Very, very, very good. Huh?
Yes.
That's really wonderful. And so let's now come to what is your motivation? What has made you to rise through the ranks that way? What has kept you going?
What has kept me going is satisfaction of ensuring that university students continue going to university. And I have done that.
But why so? Why so? Why that certificate? What makes you? What I mean, you want everybody to go to university. Why?
Because this is where the equalizer comes in. At the university level, we fund the most needy students more.
Yeah.
The ones who don't need money as much are funded less. And that is my motivation, because there are families in our country who do not have any other means to support their children when they go to university. So for me, I'm very proud to see students from very humble families going to university, pursuing university, and after that, they go and start working. And I've met very many who I cannot remember. And there are others are doctors. You go to a hospital, somebody tells you that I saw you at HELB. Maybe they did not know your name, but you assisted or you made sure I was paid on time. After that, others even came back for their masters, and we were able to support them.
Wonderful. So basically, you say that at the HELB now, that is where the saying by Horace Mann, one of the American congressmen, that education is a great equalizer, really happens.
Yes, because, you know, unlike wealth, or a shirt or whatever we have, that you can be able to lose.
Yeah.
But once you go to school, you cannot lose the education that you have gotten.
Okay.
It is the only thing that somebody cannot take away from you unless you go mad.
I get you.
Yes, and many of us over life, you don't go mad. So you are sure to retain that knowledge so that you can be able to pursue, and it doesn't get away from you.
It's wonderful. It doesn't matter which background you come from.
Yes.
So now, according to the statistics that we have explored here with PS Inyangala, we see that we now have 86 universities, 46 public and 40 private, over 670,000 students. That's a huge number of clients.
Yes, and to date, we have financed about 2 million Kenyans since HELB was established. Just to give you a history of the financing of university education, it all started in 1952.
1952?
Yes.
Wow.
That is the first time the Kenyans were given money to go to university, but then they used to go outside the country.
Like Makerere?
Yes, they used to leave. At that point, you had to leave a collateral with the government. So to date, we still have about 74 title deeds in HELB.
From those days?
Yes, there are some parents, and even then, because of education, it was so important. Neighbors could even give a title deed to the neighbors, and they go away, and then they forget to come and retrieve. So later, when they go to the lands office, maybe they want to transfer, they find that it was charged by the ministry, the colonial government then. Remember, that was not the Kenyan government, because we hadn't gotten independence. So there are many Kenyans who got that facility, and they went. Others have come and gotten theirs. I would say we have about 74 title deeds that are still there. So if your grandfather doesn't have his title, and there is an uncle of yours who went to university, maybe they should come and check whether it is with us.
You're on the point.
Yeah, so that is when funding started, and we went on. We went on. It was for Kenyans going outside the country until 1975.
Okay.
when now we had the first university in Kenya, which started in 1973, University of Nairobi. And the University of Nairobi, we were able to fund the first students, 1,600 students, because it was the only university under the East African community. There were other university students who were in Dar es Salaam, others in Makerere, but the total population then was 1,600 across.
In Kenya?
In Kenya, Kenyans in
all the universities?
All the 3 universities.
In East Africa?
In East Africa.
East African University.
And they were given loans.
So now that time we used to hear people talk about boom.
Yes, that is the time of boom. So
what was it different from the current HELB? Sisi wakati wetu tulikuwa naita chacha.
Yes.
I remember coming with my friend Martin Obiero. We didn't even know town, by the way.
Yes.
Tunazunguka tukitafuta anniversary towers, you know. Sometimes unashindwa kama ulienda west ama east. So what's the difference between that, you know, boom of then and now?
Boom, you know, was given to all students provided you qualified to go to university.
So there was no criteria.
And there was no means testing. Provided you got an admission, everyone was given the same amount.
Okay. It doesn't matter even your background or what?
It did not, whether which program you are pursuing, everyone was given the same amount.
Okay. And
that is why it was a boom. Because remember, it was the first money a student got.
After high school?
After high school, even in life.
Lakini wacha nikwambie CEO, hiyo KHELB huokolea sana. There are so many people even who educate their other siblings with that kind of money.
Yes,
it's really a game changer. Nakumbuka when we were students, we used to line at uko Post Bank na kakitabu. So tell us the digital transformation for hizo vitabu tuko natumia za yellow to now how do you usually do it?
Now we have gone ahead. We even send money to students to their M-Pesa.
Okay. We
send money to students to their bank accounts. We have transformed, and it's very, very fast for you to get this money. Even the applications have now transformed, because subsequent applications, first-time applications are done online, digitally. Second and subsequent are done using a USSD, that is *642 hash, and you apply for your loan. Okay. So we are moving on, and if you go to the first-time application, you actually realize, and the students can confirm, if you put your ID, it auto-populates. If you do some things, so that we reduce the pressure of them updating or putting wrong information.
I see.
Yes.
That's very good. So that means you have a lot of data then?
Yes, we do have a lot of data for the students, but it's purely for between us and the students.
So let me ask you, because I mean, I must confess that some people do not end up paying because of maybe other mitigating factors. And I remember having paid, you know, a check when I was a member of parliament, and I really felt nice when I got that certificate. What are the challenges in repayment that we are seeing so far?
We have 3 types of challenges. Number 1, there are students or former students who cannot repay the loan because they have no income.
Oh yeah.
Genuinely, even if you were to get them, there's nothing they can do. Then there's a second group who need to be reminded. And this is a good group, because many of them, once you remind them, and many will tell you, if it was not for this product, I would not have made it. And those ones, we are actively engaging them, and I can tell you that we have a very good number of about 450,000 who are currently paying.
Oh, very good.
On a monthly basis.
How much are you able to collect now on a monthly basis? From
we are now collecting 700 million.
Oh, that's good.
Every month.
That's good.
And that money is the one that goes to support these students.
Okay.
Because we don't use that money. The money we get from government, we add on top of what we'll collect every month to pay the students.
So how much is your annual capitation right now, allocation from the Exchequer?
Our annual capitation is 41 billion.
41 billion. And how much is circulating now within the revolving fund?
We have now 46 billion, which we give on a yearly basis, but our capital base is at 200 billion.
Wow, that's really wonderful. That's a huge institution. From the laws of when? Maybe by the time you joined in 1997?
1975.
But when you joined 97, you do remember how far it was and how many people you were funding at that point in time?
No, that time we used to fund about 30,000 people.
Only, yeah?
Only.
Yeah.
And over the years, you've seen we have grown the number of students we are funding. Up to now, when we are funding over 650,000 students.
In a year?
In a year.
Wow, that's amazing. And that does not just include university students. Which other people do you fund?
We are funding TVET students,
okay,
and university students, over all the from first year to fourth year, TVET, from artisan, certificate, and also diploma.
Okay, so in terms of the ratio, who are the majority? Is it the university students or the tertiary?
No, the university students are the majority. If you look at the 650, about 400 are university students.
Okay.
200, they are about, and 50 are TVET
okay.
students.
So we see that. So in terms of HELB, you know, I mean, HELB is a very good breeding ground, because when I was a student leader in KU, na naona watu wa KU wako hapa, tulikuwa tunasumbua sana huyu anaitwa nani, Cheboi, the current governor of Baringo.
Yes.
He was a CEO, and also Belio Kipsang, the current PS for immigration.
Yes.
Now another gentleman called Halake, I don't know where he went to, and also Mr. Ndegwa.
Yes.
Tulikuwa tunakuja hapo, nini, students with disabilities, and they used to listen to us. Sometimes we even had meetings with the student leaders. The question I would want to ask you, in terms of those that really are very needy, is there some bursary program for them?
Yes, we have 237 million is been set aside for bursaries.
Okay.
And out of this, we give 137 million to university students and 100 million to TVET students.
Okay, these are the most needy.
These are the most, after you give them the normal loans, then you look at the ones who cannot be able to support themselves, what the household is supposed to pay.
Can't pay, won't pay.
Yes.
And how much do you give us for bursary?
In the old model, we were giving between 4,000 and 8,000.
Yeah.
In the new model, we are giving between 5,000 and 40,000.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. So if you get 40,000, that would also be for your tuition or up to upkeep?
No, that is purely for tuition, because you see, the money we are giving you is because you cannot, your household cannot be able to support. So we supplement the household contribution for the student, and then they can be able to support themselves with the upkeep that we have given them. In the new funding model, we were able to increase the upkeep by 8,000. Remember, when you were getting your loan,
yes,
we used to get 60,000 for
60,000, then you get 16,000.
Then you remove 8,000.
Yeah.
So that goes direct. Now that 8,000 we have given to the students. So now a student who gets 60 gets the full 60,000.
Oh wow, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's very good. Yeah. Oh, that's very good reforms. Now, how would you describe the institutional evolution? From a student loan provider to a broader enabler of education opportunities?
If you look at the number of people who have passed through, who have been given loans and their impact in our society, you can actually see HELB has been able to transform the human capital, not only of Kenya, but the world, because we have got Kenyans across this world who are going to university. That is what HELB has been able to do. When you talk of teachers who are in Rwanda, many of them have been given loans by HELB. If you talk of the doctors we have in South Africa, most of them have been given HELB loans. So these loans are not only a loan as people see it, it is an enabler of even communities. You talked about families that supplement their own brothers. You can see the impact that has had in the household. Even if it's one student who was depending on the parents and now is working, is being given a loan and is not going back, that is already a transformation that we have been able to change. And when you talk about 2 million Kenyans, you actually, on average, many Kenyan families have got you find about 6. We are about 6 in the traditional way. So you can imagine, multiply that by 6. So you can see how many households we have been able to transform.
And also local economies.
Yes.
Like if you go to KU, kuna hiyo economy ya KM hapo, hiyo pesa ya HELB inafika hapo.
No, na ukiona when we disburse, especially upkeep, you can see the economy of the universities around there changes for at least a month. Kila mtu anachangamuka
kabisa, mabodaboda na hata hoteli ndogo ndogo
kabisa.
Tutaki kusema mambo ya Airbnb lakini ni sawa. So actually the universities have become they are able to create like a mini university, a mini city.
Yes.
You know, I remember when I was a student at the University of Leeds, when we closed, then the city of Leeds would actually be you know, like a ghost town. But let me ask you, CEO, in terms of your, you know, capacity to engage with the people, what do you think is the connection between HELB and our diaspora, people working out of the country? Because currently, as a government, we're able to get over $5 billion, that is 660 billion, and over 580,000 people are working abroad. What do you think is the contribution of HELB towards ensuring that we have foreign income?
As I alluded to, there are many of these former Kenyans who left and outside there who are working in very good jobs, and they are the ones who support Kenyans here.
Yeah.
They are doing so because they got a loan, they got good education, they are supplying their human capital out there. So once they go, then they can be able to build homes here. That means they are bringing in a lot of foreign exchange. Number two, there are also those ones who are repaying their loans, and they directly impact by paying their monthly repayments as they are in the diaspora. So you can actually see if these students did not go to the university, they will not be sending money back home the way they are doing. So it has a direct impact to our foreign exchange, it has a direct impact in our economy, and it's an enabler of many families.
So let me ask you another question. Do you need to know someone to get a HELB loan?
No. I'm sure the students who are here have never known anyone. You don't have to. And remember, you apply online. So there is no human interaction unless you really want to visit Huduma Center or our offices. And many apply and they get their loans. We don't need to know anyone, and that is the way to go.
So now, when it comes to this education social bond, what does it entail?
What we are doing is that we want to ensure that moving forward, instead of us relying on the national treasury, we can be able to get a social bond.
What is a social bond? To explain to us in the lugha ya mtaa, you know, CEO ndio to see.
A social bond is where we will be able to securitize the loan repayments that we are getting.
We have already 700 million.
Yes.
Okay.
We have already had discussions with the World Bank, and they have looked at our loan book, and they have said that this can be securitized.
So that you remove from the exchequer.
So that we, instead of students having delays, the same way you find sometimes we have delays because we are expecting KRA to collect money, give the national treasury, and then we get... So we will go to the market when we want to get funds for the students, and we know first semester is opening. We will just go to the market, we get the money well in advance, and we issue to the students in good time. This will be able to ease pressure, number one, on the money that we are getting from the exchequer. Number two, ensure that the students get their money in good time. Number three, ensure the universities also get the tuition component in good time. And we remove this issue of strikes. The students don't have to inama and all these things. And if we are able to do it properly, and that is how we are going to do it, we will ensure that even the component they are being given could be increased, because
so let me ask you, we've done the same program with the roads. We've securitized the fuel levy. We were able to get over 176 billion Kenya shillings. We've been able to unlock 6,000 kilometers of roads that are installed. And you had the president speaking very well on Monday, the last week, on the issue of you know, that people saying we should not do. So what is the projection? If you get, are you securitizing the whole 700 million per month?
No, we will only securitize maybe about 500 million.
What will it yield to? You get in advance how much money? And
the first tranche that we'll require, because it's only the shortfall that we are looking at, maybe about 43 billion.
Okay. Within a period of...
within the next financial year. Okay. And then we can be able to build on that as we move along. By the way, this thing is not been done here alone.
Okay.
If you go to Malaysia, they don't get money from the national treasury.
Okay.
They have securitized the same thing we want to do. Colombia has done the same thing. Chile has done the same thing. It is because these numbers will keep growing. I have told you that we started with 1,600 students. today, when you look at COOP's numbers, in 1 year we are admitting last year, the KCSE class of 2025, we are talking about 270,000 students got C+ and above. And next year, it will not be less than 270. It may be even 300,000. So the number will keep on growing because also population is growing.
Yes, yes.
And it's not, let me say it's not a sad thing, but we are developing. The percentage of transition to university in our country is at only about 26%.
Only?
Yes.
So out of 10 students, only about 3 at most go to the university.
Yes.
So they're not even 3.
Because the ones who went through KCSE were 1 million or around there, and then the ones who got C+ and above are 270.
So that's about 27%.
Yes, 27%.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at developed countries, you are talking about transition rates of between 40 and 60%.
Wow.
Yes. So if we are to move in the same tandem
trajectory, as
the population grows,
country,
if in a given time we have 2 million students, maybe by the year 2030, those years, because it's 100% transition, then you'll be getting about 700,000 students transiting to a university in 1 year. There is no way National Treasury can be able to afford that.
So you are being futuristic.
Yes, unless we push the whole budget to support students.
Yeah, and which is very difficult,
which
because
is not realistic.
Currently we have a national budget of 28% going to education, of which is 767 billion in the next financial year. And you see, that is not really something that is sustainable if we do not also try to remove the pressure. But do you fund students from private universities?
We give loans only to students who are in private universities. They don't get a scholarship.
Or only loans?
Only loans.
Okay.
Because they'll pay that. A scholarship is for students who are in public universities. They get a scholarship and a loan.
Oh, wonderful. Makofi kabisa hapo. I think there's a lot that we are learning. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue to see what questions you have for our CEO. He in his Sema na Spokes. Sema na Spokes. Bonga na Gava. Hapo. Welcome back to Sema na Spokes. Bonga na Gava. Sasa tunakuja kwa maswali yenu. Are you ready to interact with the CEO? Straight, let's go to the first question.
Comrades power. Comrades Ria. My name is Tuko SK. I am a finalist taking computer science in Kenyatta University. I also serve as the president of the institution.
Yeah, so, where do you kusema,
mimi ndo kusema na kutenda.
Sawa, Mr. President, endelea.
So I have two questions.
To tell you, I'm the first person who made your Kusa constitution. Yeah, the first Kusa constitution is my brainchild. Endelea. By the way, unakafanana na George Thuku,
Yeah.
Is that your brother?
George Thuku is my brother.
And he was also the president?
Yes.
Kwani mko na damu ya uongozi na magani kwa
kingship.
Endelea, good mentorship.
See, I have two questions for you. One, I'm a finalist, I said so. And from 4th year going upwards, 5th year, 6th year, for those who take long courses, we had a problem with the 4,000 that HELB is supposed to credit in our accounts, which at the moment has not yet been credited. For KU, we solved it in that they wrote a letter to the HELB, and HELB replied to them promising or saying that, committing to the fact that they will pay the 4,000 to each student. And the management for Kenyatta University, we pushed, and this is the first time in history that Kenyatta University, all students are doing their exams without having paid any fee for the first time, and it is an issue that originated from HELB, not crediting the 4,000 for each student. So I would like to know the progress of that. Secondly, CEO, for the new funding model, students have been having the delay of paying fee because they don't know the exact amount of fee they are supposed to pay. And the reason is the finance departments in our institutions have been receiving 2 databases where they contradict in which bands and category that the student is supposed to be. Because when HELB send theirs and HEF send theirs, they are different. So we'd also like to know, how is the government working to ensure that there is a synchronization between the two institutions, such that the institutions can also communicate to the students? Because at the moment the students are stranded. We cannot pay fee if I do not know the exact amount I'm supposed to pay. Thank you.
Okay, CEO.
Thank you, Thuku, for those 2 questions. On the first question for the 4,000, yes, it is a fact that there has been a delay. And if you remember what I said is that the money that you get, we use that money from two sources, from loan recoveries and from the government capitation. So what has been happening is that this year, and you noted that this year for the first time, all the students got their upkeep in good time. Others even got before they came to university. It's because we prioritized to pay upkeep for the students, so that that money could help you be able to go to the school. The remaining money, which we owe the university, is being paid as we recover loan recoveries every month. If you talk to KU, they will tell you that every 2 weeks or any other university, they'll always get a payment from us. So as people continue repaying, we are also offsetting that debt. And it will take some time, but we know that we are going to pay that money. And that is why we gave a promissory note to KU and said, let the students do the exams. The money is being recovered. And when we recover from past beneficiaries, we shall be able to pay. So it should not be a concern to you. The university is aware. When we come to the reconciliation, I personally think there should not be any problem. And where there have been, and we'll be able to pick up with the university, we usually have a joint reconciliation meeting with UF. Remember, the portal is one. So it means maybe when somebody pulled, because we have institutional portals, there was a delayed update that maybe missed some students and all these things. Because the portal for application is one. The data that is picked by Universities Fund and HELB is the same from one portal. So what we will do, and I'll be able to pick that up, is to do a reconciliation with the Kenyatta University, because other universities also had a similar problem and we have been able to resolve. So in the next 1 week, because that should not be a problem, is to have a discussion together and then we can be able to resolve. But be rest assured that that matter will be resolved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good, very good. Asante sana, CEO. Thank you very much for very good questions. You're a true student representative. Hata kama mlinifanyia ile kitu hivi karibuni hapo hiyo shule yetu hiyo. You know, let's come to number 2. Yes, lady, what's your name? Where do you come from? And straight your question to the CEO.
I'm Linet Nafula, student at Jaramogi University.
Unasomea nini?
ICT.
Which year?
I'm a master's student.
Oh, wow. Very good. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, CEO. When it comes to second application, we are told that students have to apply using smartphone. What happens to the students that do not have smartphone?
I didn't get your name. Oh, Linet. That issue of smartphone was resolved. We nowadays don't ask students to use a smartphone, because if you dial *642#, you can be able to apply from any phone. So
come again, *642#. Yeah, I think you should put that on our screen. *642#.
Yeah, and that is for continuing students.
Okay.
And it's a very straightforward. I'm sure any other student, it hardly takes 3 minutes for you to apply, because it's very fast and you are able to apply. So use *642#. So that even if you have a smartphone and you don't want to, you don't have data, that will be a better way, smart way to use. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Makofi hapo kabisa. Let's come to the third question.
Yes, I'm Vincent Ojambo.
And then we go to online.
I'm Vincent Ojambo from...
Please speak up kindly.
I'm Vincent Ojambo from Technical University of Mombasa. A finalist, final year student.
Unasomea nini Ojambo?
Statistics and computer science.
Okay, where do you come from?
I'm from Busia County.
Okay.
Yes, so my question is, Bwana CEO, what can you tell those students who are unable to pursue their higher education due to financial challenges? Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ojiambo. I want to tell all Kenyans, because this is something that affects not only the students, but households. that the government of Kenya is committed to ensure that no student is left behind. In fact, our slogan for the new funding model is that no student is left behind. In the old funding model, Dr. Ria will tell you not all students used to get a loan.
For sure.
Yes. Now all the students are getting loans. So
really good.
I want to give that commitment that shall be able to continue. And that is why we are looking at alternative means of supporting these students by going for other ways to source for funds from the traditional way of just relying on the National Treasury and loan recoveries. So I want to assure all students, parents, and stakeholders that they can be able and they should be able to apply for their loans online when we open. We are just waiting for COOPs to complete their placement so that we can be able to open most probably by the second week of July. And for the other ones who are continuing, very soon we'll be able to open so that they can be able to apply and they'll be able to get funds. Thank you.
Very good. Good. Let's go to another question from the floor.
Hi, my name is Crispina Zwekesa, Congress School of Information Science and Technology from KBC University. My question is, if someone gets an employment in the private sector, is that person supposed to pay the loan at that time or until he or she is employed by the government? Thank you.
Thank you, Crispin. Loan repayments are not based on only if you are working for government, provided you have got gainful employment, even self-employed. There are many Kenyans who can start their own business and they repay and they are successful. So provided you have got gainful employment, you should be able to start repaying for your loan so that you can help another student. Let me give you an example. And I've told you that we are looking for money from loan recoveries. If you have got 6 students repaying 2,000 each month, that comes to about how much? How much? 6 students paying 2,000 every month? 12,000. 12,000, those students, if you multiply by 12, no. 144. How many students can be funded by those students? So you can see the ripple effect of somebody repaying. And we are only saying 2,000 shillings. If you critically think that 2,000, I'm not saying that it is a lot or it is little, it is relative, because it depends on how much you can be able to get. But if you can pay 2,000 shillings, you can be able to assist. And if you are 6 of you, you can put so many students back to class. So we encourage anyone who is able to repay, even if you're in the private sector or in the public sector, please repay so that you can assist the current student.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, let's go to our online viewers. What do they have to say? Over to you, Rehab.
Hello, sir. Our online viewers would like you to respond to 2 questions. The first, is there any possibility of partial loan waiver, forgiveness, or government subsidy for unemployed or low-income graduates? That is Bernard Onyango from Nairobi on Facebook. And the last, what measures is HELB taking to prevent defaulters from being blacklisted by CRB due to unemployment? That is Mercy Wanjau from Kisii County on TikTok. Thank you.
Basically, those 2 issues are on people who have no gainful employment, whether they can be forgiven. Any student or anyone who has no gainful employment, we usually waive the penalty, provided we can be able to prove that, and they are obliged, they can be coming to tell us they are not employed, because we also check to confirm the fact that they are not employed. So Bernard should not get worried that there will be a problem. And if you are not employed, what Mercy is asking, I can assure you that we are a listening institution. if you come, we have a discussion, we can be able to waive any penalties if they are there, and then we agree on a repayment, a flexible, and I insist flexible. It may be, there are people who are paying up to 1,000, others 500. There is somebody who even comes and says, I can afford 10,000. So we have a flexible way in which we can have a repayment plan. And when we have that repayment plan, CRB, you will be able to, your name can be removed from there so that you are not listed. And by the way, we don't just list you on CRB. CRB, you are listed after a period of 10 years. And to be honest, and I'm very sure, and I keep on praying for you guys, there is no way you guys will stay for 10 years without getting gainful employment. So if Mercy he has stayed for 10 years, unfortunately, then we'll be able to listen and look at what is the status right now. Because our aim and our reason is not to make somebody not get their income. In fact, if you get employment today and you are listed, and you tell us, what actually happens is that we tell you have got an employment, we'll write a letter to your employer so that you are able now to get that employment properly. And then we can come there. We will enable you. In fact, we will support you to get that. We will not stop you. We will write a letter. We'll just tell you activate your account. How much do you have? Is it 500? You activate. We write a letter and say you are compliant. And then we'll now come there. Because what is the aim? It doesn't make sense, Isaac, for me to deny you a clearance, for you to get employment, and then you will still not pay me. You default, unless you are a madman.
That's true.
Yes. Now, so we'll enable you to get that employment. And we will, even if it's a blacklist, even if you are doing business, and you tell us that I have now entered into business and I want to get a bank loan, it's only an agreement we'll agree. Okay. We facilitate you to get that bank loan that you wanted to get because of CRB, and then we move forward with you.
Okay. So, CEO, I think that's very, very good. I mean, we have really learned a lot. Maybe you can give us your closing remarks now. What is your advice to the nation and to the young people?
My advice is that I'll want to pick up one of the questions, is that the government of Kenya is really committed to finance students pursue their higher education. That is a commitment that I'm here giving to you today, that we shall continue doing that. We are looking for all the means to ensure that that money is available. Number two is to urge those former students who are in gainful employment or in gainful business to be able, I'm requesting them to start repaying their loans so that the current comrade can be able to be funded.
Thank you very much. You. I think tupigie makofi CEO. Sijui kama hii show ni kuna venye unajua umeshakula pesa HELB iko na vibe so hakuna venye unaweza kadinai kwamba umefaidika na nini? CEO. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Tuangalie pale ile kamera. Yes. Tuseme mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Je, wewe? Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo daima. This is the next edition of Sema Spokes. No, it's the current edition. Tuko bado hapo. Wewe unaangalia mambo ya kesho. Tukutane wakati mwingine. Alamsiki. God bless Kenya.
Thank you. Thank you so much.